Hey, what's up everyone? This is Stefan from ProjectLifeMastery.com, and right now we are live on YouTube. I'm filming this right now just from my iPhone. Back behind me you can see this brand new camera equipment that we just got, the Canon C300 Mark II, and we've been working with it all day, try to get it working with live streaming, but unfortunately had some difficulties with that. So if you guys were on the live stream that we attempted to do just earlier before this, we had a few difficulties with it freezing up and whatnot, so that's why I wanted to hop on my phone so that I could add some value to you guys today. If you guys are joining in live, let me know your name and where you're joining in from. Okay, your name and where you're from. I'll give you guys a quick shout out. Hit the thumbs up as well. You know, I appreciate any support, any encouragement, any likes, and let me know where you guys are from. Let me just pull up the chat here. Okay, we got Terry from Arizona, we got Leanne from Edmonton, we got Edwin from New Jersey, we got Johan from Serbia, Isaac from Stockholm, Sweden, Tina from the UK, Jessica from Chicago, San Antonio. It's coming in fast. We got Chicago, Atlanta, the Bronx, New York, we got New York City, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, UK, California, Egypt, Texas, UK, Kenya, Barcelona. Wow, awesome. People joining in from all over. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Always an honor to be live with you guys. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have got for me. You know, really the purpose of this is I just want to see how I can add some value to your life today. If there's any questions that I can answer for you, you guys can post it here. I'll do the best that I can to give you my honest answer and be able to support you guys with whatever's going on in your life. It's been a pretty busy, hectic day for me today. Myself and my video guy have been here doing the live streams for the Life Mastery Accelerator and my Online Business Mastery Accelerator program, which are my monthly mentoring programs, and we covered a lot of different content in different areas. We covered in the Life Mastery Accelerator how to start investing for financial freedom. That was an over 2-hour live stream where I went over all my investment strategies that I utilize and managing money. And then in the Online Business Mastery Accelerator, I shared some affiliate marketing strategies. I shared how to start making affiliate commissions without creating a ton of content. And so that was great too, to dive into that. And if you guys are members of that or thinking about joining it, the recordings of that should be available inside the members area within the next 24 hours. Okay, questions, guys. Let's see. And it's only popping up. I won't be able to answer everyone. It kind of, on the phone, it kind of shows it and then it disappears pretty quick. But, okay, great. So we've got Nayeon Kim. Apologies if I mispronounced her name. Oh, what happened? It went away. Okay, how do you do market research on popular items for e-commerce in general? I've been watching your Amazon FBA video and those are great. So for market research on Amazon, I use Jungle Scout by my friend Greg Mercer. I've done some interviews with them, great pieces of content. Jungle Scout is fantastic for it because it will, you could do manual ways just by looking on Amazon and looking at the BSR, the bestseller ranking, getting an idea of just the demand of products, the competition for it, and a number of other factors. But Jungle Scout just makes that process so much easier. So Jungle Scout is what I use, makes it that much faster. Of course, there are criteria, things you want to look for when you decide on a product. There has to be demand, competition can play a role, picking a product that there's potential for future products with, you can build a brand out of, you can make money with in other ways. I even look at deciding on a product, I think about how am I going to market it? You know, what strategies can I utilize that can really help me market this product, whether it's social media strategies or YouTube or blogging. You know, is there a potential for affiliate marketing to do here? Is there online courses I can create that are relevant to this? What kind of bonuses could I provide for this product? Is this product light? Is it durable? Is it going to easily break? Can I get it from China? Can I get it from the US? What are the cost differences here? How can I negotiate this from suppliers? All those things you want to look at. You know, you want to think about all those things when launching a product. You might even look at the different categories in Amazon. Are some of them gated? Are some of them going to be a little bit of a barrier? Is it hard to differentiate? All those things you got to think about, and that's why there's a lot to it. There's a lot to launching a product that most people do not think about because they've never launched a product. But once you've been on the other side, you've launched a few products, all these other things you got to think about and consider. And that's why often I recommend courses and trainings to help fast track that and put you on the right path. Someone asked, can you still make money with Kindle publishing? Of course, Kindle publishing is still one of the best ways for someone that's brand new as a newbie to get started making money online, because you're leveraging Amazon. It's very fast, because what it takes to launch a physical product on Amazon can take several months. A lot of research, a lot of back and forth with suppliers, having a supplier from China send you samples, comparing the samples, ordering, sending a wire transfer to the company in China. Then, you've got to set up your Amazon listing. You've got to create shipping orders, shipping plans, shipping labels, have that shipped all the way from somewhere like China, all the way to the fulfillment. There's a lot to that, right? It could take a few months. Kindle publishing, the reason why it's so great is because it's really fast. So if you've got a document right now on your computer, you've got an MS Word document, and that document is 5,000 words, let's say, okay? Maybe 20 or 30 pages. You can take that, you can create a cover. Amazon's even got their Kindle cover creator, makes it really fast. But you can launch that book, and tomorrow it will be online on Amazon.com for sale, and you can start making money from it. So that's how fast it is, and you don't need to have all this tech skills and knowledge. Of course, it does help the more skills that you have, but it's a very newbie-friendly, relatively quick way to launch something and get it for sale and start making money from it compared to other ways. It's more competitive. Every method online is more competitive. That's just the reality, it's the fact. But you don't have to worry too much about competition that much if you're building a brand, if you're utilizing good marketing strategies, often the things that I teach inside my K-Money Mastery course that I recommend for that. Nick says, do you recommend investing in cryptocurrencies? So I'm actually going to do another video that's going to go on into cryptocurrencies, but cryptocurrencies right now very volatile, very risky, but my answer is yes. I think that it makes sense to have a little bit of money inside Bitcoin or Ethereum. Not everything you've got. You don't want to put all your money, your savings or something like into something that's that risky or volatile. But even if it's a couple $1,000, whatever, I don't know how much. Here's actually a better threshold. The money that you put into it, be willing to lose that money, okay? Whatever amount you're comfortable to lose. So if you're comfortable to lose $1,000, great. If it's $100 for you, whatever your threshold is. For me, I put money into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't believe, if I get that money back, if it grows 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and it turns into millions of dollars, great. Awesome. I took advantage of something in the early stages that I could benefit from. But at the same time, if I lose that money, I'm okay with that. It's not an amount of money that I really need to live off in my life. So I kind of consider risky investments like that. I kind of consider it my Vegas money. I'm willing to lose it. It's a gamble. If it wins big, great. But if it loses, I'm okay with that as well. So that's what I do. I've got some money in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'll do another video that will go more in depth on that. Do you have any course that explains how to sell on Amazon? I have a course for Kindle publishing, so how to sell books on Amazon, but not for physical products. My Kindle publishing course is K-Money Mastery, okay, at kmoneymastery.com. You can also learn, if you haven't yet been through my free course, guys, I got a free course that shares 7 ways that I make money online. These 7 ways changed my life in so many ways. And it's a course that I spent a lot of time creating that is free. Okay, you can get it by going to projectlifemastery.com/free course. There's a link in the description. Head on over there. It will go into each of the business models and share with you courses that I recommend, how I recommend getting started. It's very, very in-depth and really detailed course that shares a good overview of the different ways of making money. I recommend that. If you're looking more specific for physical products, FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, then go through projectlifemastery.com/FBA. This is free training that I have that I've already done a lot of training on. I recommend different courses, resources in there. at projectlifemastery.com/FBA. Okay, you'll get emails from me. I share what you need to know inside there. But yes, there are courses and trainings that I recommend that you can learn more about there. Do you invest your profits into hard assets as well, like real estate, for example? I invest so I just finished talking about this in the live stream, but for me, business is one of the fastest ways someone that can make money, okay? But the truth about business, especially in an online business, is that it's always changing, right? So you always have to adapt. Internet's always changing fast, new technologies, new markets, new websites. It's very, fast-paced. And by fast-paced, I mean every few years, there's a lot of changes. So for example, nobody knows 10 or 20 years from now what the internet will be like. Nobody knows if we're still gonna be watching videos on YouTube. Who knows, maybe 10 or 20 years from now, we're all hooked up to virtual reality headsets, and that's what you have to adapt to at that point to stay relevant in business. So I use business to make money. Online business is great because fairly low overhead, high margins that you can make from it. But the money that I make, I use to invest in stocks, companies, as well as real estate. I've got a real estate investment property, but I'm not super big on real estate. I invested in my first real estate property in 2013, and there's work associated to it. There's maintenance on it. I bought a brand new apartment building, apartment unit, not a building, apartment unit in a building. And since then, having tenants, there's stresses with that, there are issues, damage that happens, strata, a number of different things. So for me, it's not a passive, it requires work and upkeep with it. If I'm gonna invest in more real estate, it's only gonna be with a property manager, okay? Someone that can deal with the tenants and deal with all that to be more hands-off, and usually they'll take 10% of what the rent is. If you're renting something for $1,000 a month, they'll take about $100 a month to take care of that for you. I like stocks. There's a lot of variety with stocks. I can get index funds that own the S&P 500, TSX, emerging markets, diversified, low fees, that are fairly secure and will withstand recessions, depressions. As long as the economy goes up long term, I can benefit from it. I like stocks that pay dividends every month, every quarter, or every year. I like REITs, real estate investment trusts, where I can still own real estate without having to actively manage it. I like stocks that pay dividends so that I can get a passive income from that, and I get taxed a lot less on dividends than I do at other sources of income. So there's a number of different factors and reasons why, but for me, blue chip companies, long term, those are things that are more secure, more stable, that I know if I invest in the bank stocks, like here in Canada, we've got one of the most secure banking systems. If I invest in Bank of Montreal, that's never missed a dividend payment in over 100 years, I know will continue to be around for the next 20, 30 years. And that's one of the criteria that Warren Buffett has, is that make sure whatever you invest in, the company is still around for 20 years. So that's kind of my mindset around that. But I did a really in-depth live stream not too long ago, just today. The recording will be up inside Life Mastery Accelerator, where I really went in depth to my investment portfolio and strategy. Someone's asking, Shopify or Amazon? Listen, people always ask me, should I do this? Should I do that? Which way should I pursue to make money? Here's the truth. All of them work. All of them make money. You can find anyone that's making money with Shopify, with Amazon, with publishing, with affiliate marketing, with courses, with eBay, with whatever the heck they're doing, okay? There's always people that are doing it. The key thing that I'd focus on is which one do you believe in the most and do you buy into? Because ultimately what's gonna determine your success is what your belief is. Do you buy into it? Are you committed to it? Are you committed to it for the long term? Are you gonna stick with it through the ups and downs, through 6 months, a year? Are you gonna put in the work, the effort to really master it? If that's Amazon and you are excited for that, it's aligned with your vision, you buy into it, then that should be the one for you. If it's affiliate marketing, then that should be the one for you. If it's courses or publishing or Shopify or whatever that is, whatever the one that you believe in and that you buy into, that's the one that you're going to succeed with. I could tell you to do this. I could tell you this is a great opportunity. I can tell you that this will make you a ton of money and be great. But if you don't believe it, if you don't buy into it, then you're not going to do the work. You're not going to put in the money. You're not going to put in the time. You're not going to adapt. You're not going to master it. You're not going to get through the obstacles that show up, the road bumps and whatnot. You're not going to succeed. So whatever is the one that you buy into, that's the key one, okay? That's the key one that you want to pursue. So Kevin says, what are your tips on finding US suppliers? Just look on Google. You know, Google is one of the easiest ways that you can find suppliers. Type in the product name plus manufacturer, or product name plus supplier, product name plus wholesale, right? And you'll basically find a lot of companies that in the US, you know, very easy for supplements and certain products to find suppliers in the US or all over. Depending on the product, if you have a very niche product that there's not a lot of suppliers for, then yeah, it'll be a lot harder to find suppliers for that. But just look on Google if you're looking for the US, through the US, and you can find a lot that way. You know, I know for myself, if I want to sell a supplement, I'll do a search on Google and I'll type in that product name plus supplier plus manufacturer, whatever keywords I'll put in, I'll get a lot of them, and then I'll ask for them samples. I'll ask for different products. There's different research you got to do. For me, because I'm selling supplements, I was getting the certificate of analysis of the products. I was doing a lot of investigation. I was sending off the products to labs and whatnot because I wanted to see the quality of it. I wanted to have a product I could stand behind, that I could use, that I could benefit from, that's doing good in the world. So, you know, there's a number of things you're going to have to do to investigate and, you know, find what obviously the prices are from that supplier. See what the minimum order quantity that they want, how much you can negotiate with them, how long it takes to manufacture, how long it takes to ship it. Do they provide label services? Do they have graphics designers? What other products do they have that you could potentially source from them as well? There's a lot of factors it comes to when it comes to sourcing products. And that's why I personally don't like talking about Amazon and this, because I often tell people, listen guys, my advice for people that have questions about Amazon is, listen, I don't want to teach it. That's why I don't have a course on it. That's why I recommend invest in Amazing Selling Machine or Marketplace Superheroes. Get a course that will teach you that. I'm not the person to come to ask questions for that, because I don't really want to teach it. You know, I don't want to create courses on that or anything like that. So, you know, and that's the same reason even with Kindle publishing and affiliate marketing. You know, I remember when I created my Kindle publishing course, Key Money Mastery, at first I started doing a lot of coaching with Kindle publishing, and I'd help people over Skype and help my family and friends make money with it. Got to the point where I just didn't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just kind of saying the same things over and over again to people. And so that's why I created Key Money Mastery. I was like, listen, I'm going to create this course so I no longer have to tell people what to do. I can just say, hey, it's in the course. Just get my course. It will answer your questions. It will teach you what to do. So that's kind of my approach. When it comes to these sort of things, is just get the course, guys. Everything is in there. You're asking questions that are already covered in a course that will tell you what to do with it. Amazing Selling Machine, I believe, will become available again in October. Okay, so if you're on my list at projectlifemaster.com/FBA, we'll notify you when it's available. I'll probably be putting together another bonus package, and actually I'm doing a lot of cool things I'm excited for that I'll be sharing with that. But that's when that will be available. Marketplace Superheroes is good as well, but they teach a bit different strategies. ASM, Amazing Selling Machine, is more around building a brand, and it's more the one that I recommend the most. But Marketplace Superheroes is still good, and it's actually complementary because you'll learn things from them too. I'd recommend if you could actually do both, because I've been through both of those courses, and they both taught me different things that have helped me build my business. Joel says, how can I build a brand? Pretty simple, Joel. First, decide on the niche that you want to build your brand in. Okay, what's the topic? What's the genre? Then decide on a name for your brand, and then get the .com, the domain name for that brand. Set up your social media on Facebook for that brand, and on Twitter, on Instagram, etc. Now you have a brand. Now all you got to do, once you have that, because all a brand is just a name that a mass amount of people recognize and associate emotion to. So now the goal is you have the brand, you have the name, you have your logo, let's say, you have your website. Now all you got to do is you got to attract people to your brand and have them associate emotion to it. So now you just create content, right? That's what the internet is made up of. It's made out of text and images and videos. That's content. So start creating it to add value to people. That's what will allow you to attract people to you. And now you've got people that are following you. You've got people that recognize your brand. You've got people that subscribe to your brand. And that's really what it comes down to. Damien says, how do you design original products? It depends what context you're thinking about. Depends if you're talking about physical products, digital products, whatever that might be. But understand that most products are not original, okay? In fact, oftentimes you don't want to be the pioneer because pioneers get slaughtered. Pioneers get arrows in the back. You know, when Apple came out with the iPod, it was not the most original product. There was already MP3 players out there. Oftentimes you actually want to be right behind the pioneer, right behind, you know, where the trend is going, but you don't want to be the first one. So what I instead would focus on is how can I differentiate? How can I take maybe an existing product but make it better, right? That's what most people do in business is they leverage something that's already working and doing well, and then they find ways that they can make it better, right? That's what technology is. You know, that's how a lot of these platforms came about. You know, Facebook came about because there was already MySpace and someone said, hey, how can I do that better, right? And now Facebook is around today and MySpace isn't. So that's what I would focus on more instead. Cool, so I'll answer one more question. Let's see. Cool, we got Anthony here. Hey Anthony, how you doing? How do you manage your time to cover so many things? Well, Anthony, I think the key is leverage because there's only so much time that you have. You only got 24 hours. Time is the only thing equal. So you have to really become a master at leverage. Money, the greatest gift that money provides, in my opinion, is it gives you the ability to buy time. Because really that's the end of the day, the most valuable asset that you have. So what I do is I use money, and you know, that's why money is great because it can actually provide, you know, give you a lot of your time back. But I use money to have someone prepare all my meals for me for the week. I use money so that I can have someone that comes and cleans my apartment. I use money so that I can have a personal trainer. I can have a personal assistant. I can have, you know, coaches and trainers, and I can have employees and teams that do a lot of things for me so that I don't have to spend time on things that don't matter, that don't make the biggest difference in my life. And then I can then spend my time, which is valuable, on what's going to give you the most happiness, the most joy, that's going to make the biggest difference, that's going to grow my business the most, that fulfills me the most, that's cultivating the skills that I want. I can be more strategic about my time. I can travel, I can be with friends, I can do those sort of things. And because I've freed up all this time, because I don't have to do a lot of the things that a lot of people are doing and spending time on that don't really matter. So as soon as possible that you can hire a virtual assistant, as soon as possible that you can hire someone to clean your place, to wash your car, to do all those things that you're normally doing that aren't making you more money or aren't the things that you enjoy or love. Those are the things you got to eliminate from your life. You got to fire yourself from doing those things, because at the end of the day, guys, you can't do it all. At the beginning, you might have to learn all these skills, but you got to ask yourself, do you want to be good at 10 things? Or do you want to be really great at 2 or 3 things? I'd much rather be really great at 2 or 3 things, be one of the best out there at those things, focus my time and energy into those, and then all of those other things I can outsource, get other people to do for me. So that's my mindset on that. Okay, we'll do one more question. Great comments, guys. I'm seeing them, but I'm just trying to find a good question here. Appreciate all the love and support. I'm trying to pick a question that's going to benefit the most people. And I guess a lot of these questions too, guys, you know how they say there's no such thing as a bad question? I kind of think there is. You know, if you're asking me questions and how do I set up an Amazon account, guys, Google that stuff. Those are things you can easily find that through Google, that or you know, simple things that you guys can probably figure out on your own. And you know, often I think one of the most important skills is being resourceful in life, being resourceful to find the answers to things. So you know, a lot of these questions I think you could probably easily find the answers for. I really want to answer the questions that are going to make the biggest difference in your life, the ones that are going to make the biggest impact. Those are the ones that I really care about. Okay, here's a good one. How do you know when to give up on a business idea and try another one? I would say once you've exhausted that idea to a certain point. So for me, whenever I pursue a new idea, a new goal, a new plan, I always give it a fair amount of time. I'll say to myself, okay, I'm gonna follow this plan for 6 months, or I'm gonna pursue this for 6 months, or I'm gonna pursue it for a year, okay? I don't sugarcoat things. I know that things take time. I know that to succeed in business, I kind of always use the analogy, it's like having a baby, right? A baby, how long does it take to walk? Well, it's gonna take maybe 9 months to take its first steps, and then 14 months, that baby is walking and it's mobile. A business is the same thing, okay? It's gonna take at least a year probably for it to really take off and start doing well. So if you have a baby and it's not walking after 3 months, a business isn't making money, a lot of people think, oh, well, there's something wrong with this baby. This business isn't working. It's not, you know, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna have another baby. You're gonna repeat that process. So I like to give a business opportunity at least 6 months to a year to really, before I expect it to start to take off and actually do something. You know, fitness related things, maybe a meal plan or a workout program, I'll probably give it 6 months. You know, before I see results on my body fat, my weight. But you've got to give something a period of time before you jump and abandon it and move on to something else. And oftentimes, it's not that you even necessarily even need to abandon it and move on to something else. It's that you just got to tweak things. You got to make adjustments along the way. You know, if you're on a diet, maybe you got to make adjustments along the way on a week-to-week or a month-to-month basis. If it's a business, maybe you're following one strategy, but you gotta switch gears a little bit and try something else, or try this strategy a little bit. But it's always a long-term process. So I would say at least a year for most. I've heard to expect to lose money in the first 2 years from business opening. Is that true? It's not true, but you gotta understand that most businesses do lose money after the first year. It's very rare for businesses to be profitable. Now, that's a traditional business. Online world that we live in, it's a little bit different because there's not as much overhead or expenses, although that is depending on the business that you're in. If you're doing affiliate marketing, there's hardly any expenses in that business. If you do affiliate Amazon FBA, then yeah, there's more expenses. You need inventory, and you're going to probably operate a deficit before you make money, a return on that. So it does depend on the business model that you're in. You know, it took me, when I first started, 3 years before I really started to make consistent money. I kind of made money here and there, didn't last, wasn't sustainable. I was operating at a deficit, trying a lot of different things. So everyone is a little bit different, but you know, guys, just be in it for the long term. You know, you got to have realistic expectations going into this. You know, and the reality is, you know, most people, there's so many things people have to overcome before they can succeed. It's their belief systems, it's their habits, it's their mindset, it's how they allocate their time, their work ethic, all these things, their knowledge, their experience, their intelligence, all those things play a role. And I've got a video that I recorded that's gonna go more into that on the YouTube. I'm not sure if we put it out yet or not, but it's probably gonna be the next video that comes out, or it might've been a recent video that we put out that goes more into how long it takes before someone can make money online. It's just more realistic, honest response. I was reading the other day that on average it takes 12 years for someone to become a millionaire. Okay, and I'm not sure if that's just business or investing related or not, but you know, 12 years. So, you know, 12 years on average for people. And so, you know, and oftentimes the first few years is kind of a wash, right? Because you're kind of going through the learning curve and trying to figure things out. I know for myself, the first few years were very, very slow. And then once you start making money, once you start having success, it just grows really fast. And, and now for me, I became a millionaire, I think I was 28 years old in terms of my net worth. And then after that, I made $1 million in a year. And now it's just become so much easier to make money because you have the habits, you have the mindset, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the money to invest, to leverage. It just becomes so much faster to make your second million, your third million, your fourth million. And the first million obviously is the hardest and the slowest. So just understand that going in, and that's why you got to be in it for the long term. All right, guys, well, we're going to wrap things up. Always an honor to be able to serve you. I want to thank you for joining in today. I've mentioned a few different resources. We'll link to them below in the description on YouTube. Check them out. Check out the trainings, the free courses that I've got, the paid courses that I've got. I create them all so that I can serve you and help you guys move forward in your life. But I love you guys. Thank you. God bless, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.